God-selected and a God-chosen reason. So when Abram was called, God said, listen, Abram, get away from everything that's familiar to you. And this is where some of us still are. We're still struggling to get away from the familiar. Because in the human condition, we prefer the easy. We prefer the comfortable. But the first aspect of the calling is it calls you away from what's easy to you. And if you find yourself in your Christian walk feeling this thing is not so bad, this thing is easy, this thing is comfortable, you're not responding to the call. Not where God would want you to respond. Because it's not it's simple, but it's not easy. It's very simple. It's very direct. Yes, no. Yes, no. Yes, God, I'm going to do it. No, I'm not. Look, it's very simple, but it's not easy. It's a challenge to be a Christian. It's hard out here being a Christian. If you're really being a Christian. Now, if you're being comfortable and calling yourself a Christian, that's something else. Amen. But faith calls you to the unfamiliar. Faith calls you to a higher level, a greater level, a more challenging level, a more difficult level, a level where you're gonna, when you make a move, you're gonna make something happen. Amen. And you know what the irony of this is? The irony of this is some of us are very familiar with disappointment. Some of us are very familiar with failure. Some of us are very familiar with losing. Some of us are very familiar with coming up short. This is the irony of it. Faith is calling you away from that. Faith is calling you away from what is familiar to you to greatness. Faith is saying, aren't you tired of failing? Aren't you tired of losing? Aren't you tired of going backwards? Aren't you tired of being tripped up? Aren't you tired of coming up short? Aren't you tired of missing the mark? Aren't you tired of that? Aren't you tired of that lifestyle? Aren't you ready for something bigger and higher and greater? Well, come on and follow me.